back to another episode of Creative Writing Advice with me, JJ Barnes. If you don't know me, I am the author of How to Write a Story, which is out now. I take you from the beginning of your story all the way through to the end. I cover your midpoint, I cover characterization, I cover editing and how to deal with writer's block as well. Basically, with this book, I'm hoping I can give you the confidence and inspire you to write your story, which is what I'm doing over here on YouTube as well. I take different tips, tricks, techniques, pieces of advice, things like that. I break them down and I teach you how to use them in your own story so that you can, because I think when you see something and it's made accessible and understandable, it gives you that then that you can use yourself. And getting stories out into the world, getting more people writing and creating is what I live for. It's why I'm here. So that is what I'm doing. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about why you should make your characters get things by work, not coincidence. So when something happens by coincidence, it means they stumble upon it. And I'm not saying that you can't ever put coincidence in your story, because coincidences do happen in life. We do bump into the person we've been hoping to see. We do discover things that we've been wanting to find. The problem is, if you use coincidence in your story, it just feels too easy. And watching characters work and struggle and fight to get what they want is always so much more entertaining. So for instance, if you've got a character who really wants to achieve something, is working all the way through your story, working to find out who killed their lover or to find a magic jewel, it doesn't really matter what it is they're trying to do. But if you are watching them and their story is them trying to get it, and at the very end, they just stumble upon it, it lands in their lap without any effort, well, it's not satisfying. You've been building up to this experience, this accomplishment, and then it just flops. So you have to make them fight, you have to make them struggle. So your story is at the beginning of your story, in your inciting incident, you send your protagonist on a mission. So we'll say it's to find out the killer of their lover. We'll use that example, right? So at the inciting incident, this character, her lover is murdered. Her story is then finding out who did it to, a vengeance mission, essentially. So that is why you're there. You know immediately, this is the purpose of the story, this is the character you're following, and this is why it matters, which is brilliant. So it's a really good story, actually. But anyway, you know what you're doing, you know why you're there, which is great for an audience because they want to know why they're bothering to show up, right? So you give it them straight away, vengeance mission, murdered lover, find out at the climax. Your story then follows her trying to get it. If she can find that out too easily, you've got no story. It's over too quickly. What's the point? So you have to keep throwing obstacles in her way. You make it a challenge. You make her work for it all the way through because it spreads your story out, for one thing. Otherwise, it'd be over in a couple of pages. Who killed him? Oh, that guy. Done. No, you have to make it hard, make her work for it. So all the way through, you've got her trying to get people to talk to her. You've got her escaping danger. You've got her fighting to learn who killed him. Hello, cat. And if you just throw it in front of her at the very end, it means everything that you've grabbed your audience's attention with has been meaningless. It's meant nothing. You have to do it in a way that is satisfying. And it feels like if you just drop it, if you have her fighting and accomplishing all the way through the story, so she's fighting, she's learning, she's looking all the way through, and then it just falls into place for her. It feels like you, the writer, either couldn't be bothered, as in, oh, I've got to the end now, boom, there, all sorted, all done, or you couldn't figure it out, which means you're incompetent. And I mean that with love. You don't want to come across as incompetent. You want to give the impression that you are in control of your story. You are in charge of your story. You are the boss of your story, not you. And if it feels like it just lands, it feels like the story was too big for you and got away from you. So you're both giving the impression that you, the writer, couldn't write properly, and as unsatisfying ending. You are making this incredibly difficult. If I'm not making any sense, please blame Batman, the cat, not the Batman. So what you have to do is, when you're looking at the obstacles you're putting in her way, you're escalating. Every step she makes, it gets blocked. Every time she thinks she's learning something, it gets, stopped. Push it, make it hard for her. Make her work for it the entire way through your story. And when she gets to the end, give her one big final challenge that she can then overcome. Don't have it land. Make her get that information by learning, by working, and then at the end of your story, it feels so much more satisfying because you've invested in this woman, or whoever your story is about. You know what I'm doing. I'm just rolling with the story idea, right? Make it so it is hard work, and make it so that she succeeds by effort. Your final obstacle should be protagonist, the woman investigating the murder, versus antagonist, which could be the actual murderer, which makes sense in this story, or it could be a crime boss who organised the murder. It could be, an alien overlord. It's entirely up to you. It's your story. But the point is, your final showdown is between your protagonist and your antagonist. And all the way through the story, your antagonist has been stronger, has been able to put the obstacles, able to block her efforts, able to stop her achieving her goal, because they've been stronger. And every time your protagonist has overcome an obstacle, overcome a block, she has got stronger, until ultimately she's either equally matched, and therefore, it's a sort of battle of equality. My cat is causing an absolute mischief. I do apologise. Or she has now got stronger and is able to win. But don't make it just land. Have her work. And to be fair, coincidences throughout your story. I'm thinking about this. I'm telling you not to make a coincidence as the final bit, but really don't make coincidences all the way through either. If she's desperately trying to find information out and just happens to be sitting in a restaurant where two people are talking about the exact information she wants, it's lazy. It's lazy storytelling. It is not satisfying. It's boring. Put more effort in. Give her a reason to go to that restaurant. Make her work undercover as a waitress because she knows that those people are going to be in there having that conversation. Do something. If it's just easy, it's boring, it's unsatisfying, it's dull. Make it a challenge. Make her work. Make it hard. Ease isn't entertaining. Fighting, struggling, working, that is entertaining. So thank you very much for watching another one of my videos. I do hope this has been helpful. If you go to my website, which is jjbarnes.co.uk, the cat is now eating. Cat. If you go to my website, which is jjbarnes.co.uk, over there you'll find links to all my social media. You can come chat to me. Tell me what you're thinking. You can find all my books and my film work and my art, everything over there as well. Comment on this video. Do you have an example of somebody getting something by coincidence, which is really unsatisfying? Or do you disagree? Do you think coincidences can be great in story and you like things landing into place without effort and without struggle and without challenge, and you find lazy storytelling entertaining? I could be wrong. You know what? Everybody has different taste. Talk to me about why it works for you. What else? Oh, subscribe to this channel. I put out a video every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I'm talking about storytelling and writing all the time. Come watch and I will be back again soon. Thank you very much. Bye.